Basically, Mac and Kelly are trying to sell their house, and next door, me and my two best friends bind together to create the sorority of our dreams, which is to basically buck the system and be the young women that we want to be, even though the world is sexist towards us and trying to tell us that we won't succeed in creating a sorority that can party and be just as dumb as any boys are in college. We team up with Teddy because we have no one else to turn to help us with making a sorority. I mean, we're a bunch of, freshmen who haven't really organized anything in our lives, much less a group of girls, and not even a group of girls within the Greek system, a group of girls bucking the Greek system, which is like, going up against the government alone. So I think he's just our catalyst in this situation. You know what I mean? We just use him to get our stuff done for us, and he kind of becomes our minion in a way, and we start to kind of use him. He's a naturally very funny guy. And the thing I think what people like about him on screen is he's incredibly approachable, and the fact that he makes the same mistakes as we all do. And it's funny to watch people make human mistakes on screen and freak out the way a normal human would freak out in that situation. It's not like, oh, I'm trying to be funny, so let me do this now. It's more like, oh my God, I would totally scream in this circumstance, and I'm totally screaming in this circumstance. What the fuck is happening? Like, that's like more of where he comes from. And it's realistic, and it's funny because we all go, oh my God, that would be me right now. If this is the end was actually happening in real life, we all would have been Seth. I think Kelly's the funniest. She's my favorite character because she again is like, she always has her top screwed on so much more than Seth. I think it's so funny to see like him being the quote unquote histrionic woman in these circumstances, which is such a sexist thing to say, that word in general, but it's funny to see him be that stereotype and her be the complete opposite stereotype. She's definitely more of like the man, quote unquote, in the relationship. It becomes funnier because you have both sides of the story laughing. And as a woman, I laugh at male-oriented jokes. And as a man, you laugh at female-oriented jokes if they're funny. I know tons of men that went in to go see Bridesmaids and found it just as funny as I did. And that's kind of what we did. We took all of Seth Rogen's classic movies and Melissa McCarthy's kind of classic movies and kind of idea, and we pushed them together to make this kind of female, male-driven, funny, hilarious movie that is also socially very relevant.